皆さん、よろしくお願いします。一緒に楽しく対局しましょうね。
Oopsie daisy. It looks like my Spotify widget is broken. Oh well. Guess I'll fix that later. Anyway, welcome to today's stream. I'm gonna be streaming a Mahjong client that I haven't streamed in a while. And it's Fight Club SP specifically. I had made a category with metadata and everything, including a thumbnail, for Fight Club SP, which has since gotten edited and deleted, I assume by Twitch, or the site that handles the metadata. I'm not computer literate enough to distinguish between the two. All I know is that I was meant to do this a little bit earlier, couldn't find a category for Fight Club. I just went with another client. Apparently there's still some sort of Fight Club category that I can slot this stream under on Twitch. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing today. But yeah, welcome to the stream, and I'll start by thanking a couple of people that followed me since I'll stream. I'll start with João, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure if you're like listening today, as my cat is pawing desperately at the fan for some reason. Maybe she's trying to get underneath the fan, not too sure what's going on right now. But regardless, yeah, I think you were like one of my Twitter moods from back in the day before I nuked my Twitter account. And yeah, like the only thing I'll say about that is no regrets, because I really don't miss using Twitter that much, although it'd be kind of nice now that I'm streaming to have a couple hundred or thousand people to send out a message to. But it is what it is. I don't miss it too dearly. But yeah, if you're the same person, then welcome to the stream. Nice to reconnect with you, I guess, after all these years. I forgot what the common thread was, why we followed each other. But I remember your username. Despite a common belief, my memory still isn't as short as it seems to be nowadays. And after that, then I'll also thank Boku no Beard for the follow. And finally, Fluffy Nelson. Yeah. thanks for following me while I was offline. Assume you guys came over from either YouTube or the message I sent out on Bandcamp about the stream, whatever the case may be. Yeah, we're streaming Mahjong today. That's what I'll be doing. We just have a cheeky look, I mean, over the banners first. And yeah, I'm starting a little bit earlier today because I pulled another all-nighter and I'm not sure if I'll be available later in the day. Let's keep it that way. So in case you're like me and you don't even know the time of day, let alone what the season is currently, hopefully this new gravure banner here in Fight Club SP will enlighten you. I'm not a betting man, but if I had to say, out of the big four, it's probably Summer out there. So if you want to pull for a variety of gravure banners, then eat your heart out, because it seems like every single banner in here, except for the permanent, yeah, I've seen this so many times that I think the Mahjong Fight Girl banner is pretty much permanent at this point. If it's not, it might as well be. It's the only like banner that I see nowadays that isn't a gravure banner that you can pull for. I'll say this once again. This client is known particularly for having a bunch of... your characters are the Mahjong pros themselves, not an anime drawing or anything of the sort. And yeah, that's kind of the aesthetic they go for. They even have the pros doing the voice lines and everything. Sometimes they'll show up in queue here. Like just as I was firing the game, I saw one Mahjong pro that I honestly didn't even bother looking her name. Looks like she was like a Bossozoku baddie of some kind, by the way that she was dressed. But yeah, sometimes the pros will log into the game and queue ranked, and when they're queued, the game will tell you that they're in the queue. So with that out of the way, I'll just queue a Yonma right about now. Sure. I don't really ever use any of the items here. Like, you can use some of these items to enhance your experience in this game in the gacha department in a variety of ways. But I don't really, like, I already have my favorite characters, so I'm pretty much done with that part. I just log in here to see what the new banners are. And to play the actual game of Mahjong. And see what avatars people are using and whatnot. I want to see what that is though. What kind of blurst collab is this? I mean, this is Nene from Hololive, I recognize that much, but that seems to be only the title. I don't recognize the actual character that they're using. Let me see this. It's an ultra rare. It's one of the rare collabs that they have here that aren't tied into IRL pros. Yeah, I have no fucking clue, actually, with this character is. Okay, well, that's coming up Millhouse. A little bit too late, maybe. I'll just open this hand. Just try to drive this over the finish line. Do I even want to con this? Sure. Why not? I already fixed my pair, so I have no intention of pawning this 7. If the 7 my way comes. Sure. Yeah, I just want to slide this sequence basically so I can have my Tenhou be about as perfect as it gets, and if I slide the sequence, this one as well. Although no, I guess the 7 is too far to cope for at this point. I gotta get out of that non-Tenhou jail that I had going for a while. This would be fine as Nobetan, Yakuza pawn the 7, if it wasn't for the case that I discarded the 8 pins earlier. So there's decent value in this hand though. I can't pawn that because I would be footy 10. Waiting on the 5 and the 8. This is a different question though. Obviously I gotta discard this even if he deals me in. Because this bad boy is worth 2 $. Oh, there's a cheeky Damaron from Right Lord over there. Oh yeah, also like soon at some point TM I want to give like a Tenhou Genso Mahjong a proper shot. I mean, the interface of that game is like, looks like it was made 20 years ago. And it might very well, that might very well be the case actually. I do not know the timeline of that game, even though I have been at times, hold on, yeah, discard this 8. Heavy into the Tenhou fandom. It's kind of an on and off affair. But yes, for Genso Mahjong specifically, I've seen other people play. The actual table looks a bit scuffed, like it was made several years ago. But the highlights of that game are by far the character art, and as usual with most Tenhou projects, it's always more of a like collaborative art effort, whether it be music. Hold on, do I open this? No. Yeah, I'll need another pair here since I already have one here. If I can cheat the 3, 2, 3, 4, I'll open for Tenhou. Damn, everyone is keeping it Dama today, like they... Nobody wants to play Riichi Mahjong, only Dama Mahjong. Dama 10 Mahjong is the name of the game. Yep, do it again. Okay. I'm having a little bit of a connection issues there. Hopefully it's not me. Was it me really? Oh, whatever. Oh, I think I skipped any frames though, but just to be sure. Nah, all good on my end. Oh, it was Toyman, I just realized. Toyman DC. That makes sense. Given their current point situation. Even though we're playing a Hanshan. We had more than enough time to climb back up. But it do be like that sometimes. Yeah, I think when it comes to like Toho games, whether it be a Mahjong fan game, the priority there isn't quite the Mahjong part of the game as much as the effort that they poured into the art. They have a lot of good character art in that game, and that's actually where most of the budget of the game went into, and that's why the freaking game is so expensive to begin with. Sure, whatever gets me closer to Tenpai, right? Maybe we don't have to be stuck in Right Lord's Glass Case of Emotion there. It's a decent chant one, it's just that the Right Lord can't deal into me. Well, they have no choice. Even if they wanted to fold. But yeah, I look for, well, it's like I said, I've already seen that the game before. I know that the table looks like trash. You slam the can on that. That's a Kiss to Go the Dream on there, with another daughter that works in my favor. Hold on, do I slide this sequence? Well... I'm not trying to slide the sequence to include more value, just trying to figure out what the most safe discard here would be. Sure, that kind of worked. I'm not really hoping for the bamboo anyway. Alright. Nope. We all got our Tenpai throw. Would you look at that? Okay, that's a lot of shinies in this hand. Hello there, Fluffy Nelson. I already thanked you at the start of the stream. But yeah, thanks for answering the call to action, as it were, and following me while I was offline. Where did you come from, by the way? I'm kind of curious. Was it the YouTube post or Bandcamp? Regardless, yeah, thank you so much for the follow. I know that this is a change of pace and content from probably what you followed. Oh, really? Okay. I thought someone... Cause yeah, like I shared earlier on my YouTube channel a couple of days ago. I'd be streaming Mahjong, but well, I make a lot of music, so the music to Mahjong pipeline is kind of difficult to understand it. So yeah, I was wondering if you had showed up from my Bandcamp stuff or something like that, but nah. But regardless, yeah, thank you so much for the stream. While I was offline and everything, that is indeed one of the Nikaido sisters, right there. Aki Nikaido, in the flesh. An ultra rare. No, actually it's just an SR. Okay, well, my bad. You know what? She deserves an ultra rare as far as I'm concerned. It might not be an ultra rare for the game, but it is to me, god damn it. Right, and Sasaki, the Dama Demon, in this table. I already got a free donation of Tsumo from the wall. Well, I shouldn't be belly aching too much, right? Especially with the feature length cutscene. In this client, it basically is like a diagonal flashing screen that you would see in Mahjong Soul. When the skies part for you alone and then the thunder strikes down upon the table, that basically means that you fixed yourself a mangan. But yeah, I am playing ranked, but Toyman did a rage quit earlier, so... Because Toyman was ragey, the game is going... They're probably gonna end up busting this game. We're gonna have a quick hunch on... Honestly, because I want to keep this daughter, probably I could have discarded this earlier. It doesn't make much of a difference though, with the isolated 7s. I mean, anecdotally, I could have kept the 7s if I knew in hindsight that I would draw another pair. I already have enough pairs in this hand anyway. And yeah, beyond that, I'm like 3 Han away from Shimocha and just a 1 Han nothing burger from the Kamicha. So I don't even need to greed for this daughter, but let's see where this goes. What we don't want to happen is the Tsumogiri discard from Toyman to deal directly into an Omega Sun by Man blast from left ward, ending the game instantly with me in 3rd above Kaishi. It's kind of unfortunate. Let's see. Can I pivot to Tenhou? Should I? You know what? That's Tenhou with... that's a nothing burger of a Tenhou, but at least it keeps the game moving. I'll can the 8s as well. Okay, I'll keep this one around for a rainy day in case I need to discard it. Also, yeah, the whiplash of aesthetics in this client is kind of amusing, because when you win there's a feature-length cutscene and as I said, the skies part for you alone. Thunder strikes down upon the table. Otherwise, it's a pretty like, you know, I won't quite say that it's Tenhou coded or anything, but it's kind of bare bones, isn't it? That's fine though. Nothing wrong with that. Will I chase against that monster of a Chinitsu or Honitsu that they have there? Absolutely. Alright. Just ruin their... were they the... No, they were not the dealer, so... The ruination wasn't as huge as it could have been. I did ruin their, like, Haneman with a nothing burger of a Tenhou, but I had a feeling that that was coming, so... Unfortunately, I had to open that hand. See if we can kill Toyman. in this game. This is a client that Mahjong Gen usually plays. Not too sure if you're aware of that. Well, if you've gone far enough deep into the Mahjong Soul rabbit hole, you probably have heard of her before. Or maybe not. Mahjong Gen, though, a staunch supporter of this client, because she is in it. She does have her own like portrait in this game. I think as Riichi from the Seed Toyman, okay. The AI doing God's work for Toyman there. You know what? I'm not about to get owned by the AI, so let's not fuck around and find out. Just do a config Gembutsu discard here and there. But yeah, like I was saying, back to the point I was trying to make, of all the Mahjong pros in this game, there are only two Westerners, and that's Mahjong Gen and Garth, often seen together, commentating the English WRC channel, World Riichi Championship. With English commentary, yep, that's their gimmick, so to speak, and very much gimmick I very much appreciate at that. Given that I do not I have a cursory understanding of moon runes, but also hello Morn, welcome to the stream. I am streaming Fight Club SP, whose category got nuked from Twitch at some point, but now it's back. So here we are again. I mean, I could just do what everyone does and like just tag it as Mahjong Soul, no matter what Mahjong client you're doing. I just like to see the thumbnail on my profile. I think that happens when either the metadata is introduced incorrectly or not up to standards or something like that, or if there are no problems with the metadata, some of the categories just disappear when they are inactive for a long amount of, long periods of time. And yes, since people seldom play this client on Twitch, it probably got nuked because of that. Not to worry though, I'm here to keep the category alive if no one else wants to step up to the plate. I mean, I already spent a couple of cheeky jades acquiring this portrait for Aki Nikaido. Might as well show up from time to time. Basically, yeah, more. Although, like I was saying, like probably the biggest proponent of this game that I've seen so far as streamers go at least, is Mahjong Gen, because when I tune into her stream, it seems like she's always streaming this game. Although, I'm not a betting man, but considering that she is literally in the game and you can pull for her, there's probably some incentive from Konami to have Mahjong Gen streaming this game, and that's why she does it. That's what got me into this client anyway, because I saw her streaming this and figured, yeah, let's give this a shot myself. Let's like try the 10th Mahjong client and climb ranked all over again. Yeah, she's definitely on the payroll, right? Gotta be. Come on. Even have a banner in there. Which is Omega based, by the way. Not sure if you missed this. And I said it earlier, but she's like one of two Western Mahjong pros in this game. And I have hundreds of them. It's Mahjong Gen and Garth. Will I follow up all this Riichi nonsense with my own Riichi? Oh, this is Sotogawa to that 7, it's Gembutsu there. Sure, get me to Tenpai and I'll chase. Otherwise, I fold like a napkin. Tumo. Oh, alright. You're on the... Oof. Time man into oblivion. Well, the AI tried to do God's work and save the deceived player from last, but alas, it was not meant to be. GG regardless though. And here comes a whole barrage of gacha adjacent elements. I think this means that I promoted Dan to the next Dan. Alright, sure, I'll take it. I don't understand how the dragons work too much in this game. I've had the red dragon at some point. Now I have the blue dragon. Listen, just going by vibes alone. And like I said, yeah, this is a bit of an earlier stream today. But it's actually, it fits perfectly for showcasing this client because it's 99.9% populated by Japanese players. As you can see, Morn, I think the color of the dragons is tied to your current Dan. Or you can make Dan progress in each respective dragon, but don't quote me on that. There are some specifics about these clients' aesthetics that I'm not too sure about. But yeah, if you check this out here, this is the ranked icon at the top. The game will tell you when a Mahjong Pro is playing the game right now. So as you can see, all of these pros are playing in silver and bronze. So let's try to queue against any one of these guys. And this is the chick that I was talking about earlier, that I don't know. I don't know her, honestly. It's not in the M League, so she must be some kind of WRC pro that I'm not aware of. She looks like a Bosozoku baddie, so hopefully we can queue against her. So let's give that a shot. Ranked. What are you doing? Wait. Okay, she's doing Hanshans. And she last queued at 942 in Japan. 42, so she's been stuck in the Hanshan for almost 30 minutes. We're probably not gonna find her, but that's okay. It'll even tell you stuff like that. When they last queued, it's been 30 minutes. Most Hanshans take longer than 30 minutes. And how do we know? As I was saying, even if you pulled an all-nighter and you're not quite sure what time of day it is, let alone the season of the year, all the current banners will let you know that. And I'm not a betting man, but if I had to guess, out of one of the big four, I'm gonna guess that because 5 of the banners are summer gravure banners, that we're probably in summer. If you want to pull for any one of these Mahjong pros in gravure outfits, then eat your heart out. That is a thing that you can do in this game. Most of the collabs are with Instagram type IRL pro pictures, not with anime characters. These ones are also IRL pros. It's just like the rares and the commons are petite pros is what they call them. They're chibi versions of the pros. Yeah, I'm pretty sure more. If you just woke up and happen to forget what season you're currently on, this game will gladly remind you of it. Beyond that, looking at the Zhong though, Yeah, this is kind of a nothing burger of a hand. It's gonna take a while to get anywhere. I don't even have 4 pairs at this point to cope for Chitoi. Okay, well, that's a nice donation from the wall right there. We can fix the Manzu and leave them as they are. Of course, if I had a 7 or a 9 there, I could open for one Han Itsu. I know, Meru, fucking 3D PD, am I right? I say as I look at my own favorite bias right here, Aki Nikaido. But yeah. Okay. Well, they usually say, when in doubt, discard the Arianman, which is what this is. 4-4, 6 and 5-6, that's Arianman. When in doubt, discard it. But I had an isolated 6 there, so... Also, hope you... Wait. Yeah, you do not have jet lag whatsoever. It's fucking Berlin, it's an hour ahead of you. Yeah, as I said, hope you had you have a fun time at FanFest, Meru. And post some pictures or whatever, so I can live vicariously through you. Do you have any plans in there other than FanFest? Anything else you're doing, or just doing a big chill until FanFest? Actually, even if I had something that I wanted to see in Berlin, I probably would just do a big chill before the event. Because events can be kind of tiring. Ah, Cirque du Soleil tonight. Nice. Okay, definitely making the most of your time there then. Not just bed rotting at the hotel. Ooh, that Ishanten looked a lot better than it actually is. I'll do it for the one time though. Hey, if it's gonna be a hellweight on a Shanpon, 1 out of 4 possible tiles might as well be the terminal, right? I mean, it's a hell of a cope. But stranger things have happened. Also, I do apologize if the sound levels in the background of this client are all over the place, but that's just like nothing in this, none of the music and audio in this game is mixed and mastered to the same level. They have all sorts of different dynamics, so I am adjusting on the fly. OBS, so the music doesn't drown out the rest. Right, and this game won't even let you forget or even hide the shit hell weight that you did a Hail Mary shot for. Because your weights just are stuck there for everyone to see. On full display. This could have been a Chanta angle with Dabu Ton as well. It's just that this little cheeky guy here is kind of... I'll start by discarding the 4. If I get a 2 here, I'll trade this Rian Man with Red Dot and everything for the Chanta angle. No, the 6 was just offered to me. Nah. Well, never mind, because apparently Shimo wants to pawn that. Rest in pieces to my Red Dorameld. Yeah, also, Boku no Beard, if you happen to be tuning in right now. And thanks for the follow. Again, while I was offline, I very much appreciate all the follows here on Twitch. Although if you want to tune in on YouTube, that's very much fine as well. It's just that YouTube is kind of a mixed bag for me of music and Mahjong and a variety of hobbies. And I commit to all of them. Whereas here on Twitch it's just Mahjong and nothing else. Sure, easiest fun of my life. It's kind of unfortunate that this Rian man, which otherwise would be goated, is completely lopsided to the tree side. But at least all of the trees are live. Yeah, a single 6 and all of the trees. That makes for 5 possible tiles to complete that Rian man. Yeah, let's go for that. Especially Dabuton in a dealer seat. And out comes the tree to play. Going for the 9 Sozu weight again. Although this one isn't as much of a reach as the previous hand. 8 Sozu, close but not quite. Try that again though. There we go. Just manifest that into reality by loudly calling for my weight. And you're stuck in my glass case of emotion in his 2. We're gonna be here for a while, especially if there is no mochi situation going on currently here. 2 right, Morn. Let's hold off on that. No, I didn't realize I had the 8. I just zeroed in on the 9. It's fine, it was a stinky panchan anyway. Probably was never going to see... This 7 of bamboos was never going to see the light of day anyway. See what I'm saying? This hand is going in the direction of pawning a lot. Give me another pair so I can go for the cheat toy dream. I'll discard this perfectly good sequence here. Cheat toy or toy toy? I mean, kinda spoiled for choice. It's the first row, so I'll commit as soon as possible to toy toy. Let's do that. No, don't say no, look. Back to back seems to be going somewhere, right? I hope, I'm praying to God that I don't have to run a Chun now, because this would be a nothing burger of a hand. Just one hand. I don't want to win this hand before I get the chance to pawn the west. I'll take what I can get. If the Chun comes out now, I'll run. I'll not pass on that, but... I hope I can run... pawn the last west. If I pawn the last west, what's gonna be my last triplet? Any one of these could go. If I started greeting for value, I would keep the 5 so I can receive a red Dora, make a triplet with the red Dora. But I'm not gonna hope that someone will feed me a red Dora and deal into me with that. Or even if they don't feed me the red Dora, like any 5 smack dab in the middle of the suit, it's too much of a reach. So I'll probably start by discarding the 5. And hope for a pair of these. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Unless I receive a 9 manzu, then yeah. Because the 9 manzu happens to be a terminal tile here. So even though it's Dora, someone might feel like they could discard the terminal and proceed unpunished. Do we like that? No, absolutely useless to me. Hold on. It's nice knowing that Toyman already has Yakuza in the hand, because they revealed it to us, but oh, a little bit too late. A cheeky Dama Demon. Shimo doing the... yeah. Nothing wrong with that, honestly. The Sassy Dama Chitoy wait on the Dora. I was going for something similar there, waiting on the Dora, but way more obvious. Pawn the Chun, pawn the West. Tanky on the Dora. It was going somewhere until it stopped going somewhere altogether. I'll coop a little bit more for this tune, then it needs to go. I hate that I can't pick up a tile and drag it around the screen like I would in other clients. And that's one of the most satisfying things about Mahjong Soul. You can click a tile and kind of fidget with it. Oh no! Did you realize that I was going for Toy Toy there, Morn? That's why I discarded the sequence that I had of 4, 5, 6. So pawning the West would have been Toy Toy, because all of my melds would have been triplets. Yeah. Toy Toy with Chun and Dora in the dealer seat. That would have been 12k. Isn't as whimsy? Well, I'll say one thing, they didn't pull any punches with the soundtrack, at least. Because most of the soundtracks in Mahjong Soul are kind of more of a chill vibe. Something that you wouldn't listen to outside of the game. This soundtrack is certainly more lively. It's like I said, it's sure looks and sounds a lot like it has been developed in Japan. Also, partially, some of the whimsy here is also my own fault, lacking in the interface. Because while I was pulling for Akini Kaido, I also got the hold on, 35, 46. I'll start by discarding this sequence. One of the sixes is already in my hand. But yeah, the M League mat that there are more colorful mats and tiles. It's just that the M League mat that I pulled is kind of gray. So the table is a little bit grayed out. But it's certainly not as visually stimulating as Mahjong Soul or Riichi City or something like that. The music though, they did put some effort into these originals. it's kind of the same thing with a client that I hope, the next client that I hope I can play. Well, it's either gonna be Mahjong Soul, because I'm kind of itching to go to do another Mahjong Soul stream. It's either that or Touhou Genso Mahjong, where the music, the soundtrack is all bangers back to back, because they are. That is kind of the thing with Touhou music, you know. People have made entire careers out of making Touhou music, so the music in that game is stellar. The character art is as well. But the interface otherwise in that game looks pretty drab, the table. But that's alright. At least it has some cool gimmicks that I'd like to play with. All of the Touhou characters that you play with add a specific modifier to the game. So for example, there might be a character that you can play as in that game, just to give a quick example, that upon calling Riichi, they can only do open Riichis, but the Riichis are worth like 3 times as much. Modifiers like that. Another classic signature move on my end, destroying an Omega Sunby Man Blast and the keys to build the Dream on from left lord with my Nothing Burger of a Tenhou. Yeah, Open Riichi is a rule set that exists, kind of a meme one, where you reveal the weight. For example, if you have a Sunman Chan, a triple-sided weight, odds are that you're gonna get the Tsumo. So you can call an Open Riichi to get more Han out of that hand. And by doing an Open Riichi, it's basically like, pardon my French, but it's kind of like mogging on the whole table. When your weight is so good that you know you're gonna get a Tsumo, everyone else knows what you're waiting for, but it doesn't matter to you because you're so confident that you're gonna get that Tsumo. That's what Open Riichi is all about, basically. So in Genso Mahjong, there's like a character that does that. It's one of them. It's their modifier. Other things are just like more simple modifiers, like if a character's favorite Yaku is Chitoi, they'll get like 4 Han instead of 2 Han out of that specific Yaku, things like that. But the thing is, like, Touhou has so many characters that at this point it's kind of like Pokemon. So you are spoiled for choice in terms of possible modifiers that the game can use to become more interesting. Some of these modifiers are like add Han to your hand, so they are addition modifiers, others are multiplication modifiers. You'll see, hopefully soon, TM. I know that the next stream that I do will be Mahjong Soul. After that, I hope I can do Touhou Genso Mahjong. It's like fun and quirky, but it's definitely not worth... Oh, the screen flashed, so we know that left lord is probably gonna bust, right? Yep. Rest in pieces to left lord. Oh my god, I got third place with 35k points. Okay, sure. We take those, I guess. Nah, +9 for third. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's go again. Yeah, Nelson, if you still happen to be listening to the stream, I have started calling myself not a variety streamer, but a variety Mahjong streamer. In that I'll hunt down specific niche Mahjong clients and showcase them on stream. But also, I still by far have a lot more hours in Mahjong Soul, Riichi City and Tenhou. But instead of doing Mahjong Soul all the damn time, every single day or every other day, I just like to try out a new client from time to time. Been having a lot of fun doing that since the start of the year, pretty much. Nope, I don't want toy, I don't want shit toy out of this. Just fix another triplet or a sequence here with a 3. Wait, isn't that just like a piece of furniture in Infinity Nikki, Meru? I thought they... do they actually have a working Mahjong client in Infinity Nikki? I thought that was just for decoration purposes. Everyone could sit down at a table. I mean, yeah, knowing Infinity Nikki, I thought it would just be like a home decoration. Not that you could actually play in it. I'll look that up later on YouTube. Yeah. Also beyond that, if you're like, if you know how to do that in game, then yeah, just invite me anytime. I probably will be around and I probably can join you, unless it's literally in the middle of a stream or I'm sleeping. Ah, yeah, I assume it's not Riichi Mahjong, correct? Probably Sichuan Mahjong. With the root and everything. Speaking of Sichuan Mahjong, they recently added a ranked Taiwanese Mahjong to... hold on. Let the hamster upstairs think a little bit here. I'm gonna open this hand so I can see the 7. And I also have some Shoku in this hand. Well, a shot at it anyway. Let's go for the 2-3-4. And wait on the Tanki 9. Sanshoku, Yakuhai, and that would have been my Tanki, but well, hindsight is 2020. Open Sanshoku is 1 Han. If I can pawn this bad boy, yo, imagine, I gotta go for it, like, imagine the value, right? Or I could even have, I could still have some open Sanshoku with this hand. If I pull another Dora out of the wall. This is one of those situations where if you're unsure, discarding the Ariane Man is definitely not the most obvious choice because you have 2 shinies in here. Otherwise, yeah, you would discard the Ariane Man. Can't go wrong with that piece of advice. Alright, do this preemptively before it deals me in. I'm coping on the 4M though. It's okay. We were dancing with the devil. We knew this could happen by greeding for the hand instead of trying to get to Tenpai as soon as possible. Oh my god. Bonked immediately. And that's what I get for doing a cheeky little greed. I was like, imagine like... Hey, they were not wrong. Like, Jiuzaku specifically when he says, when in doubt, discard the Ariane Man, but no, I saw too many shinies in that hand. I had to keep that pair of the 2s. In case I drew another. Yeah, this Hypai has a lot of garbage, but beyond that, I've seen worse. It's still recoverable. No reason to do a big ol' Reiji right about now. Click the X button, rage quit in the stream. Although that is a little bit tempting. Do I want to die on this molehill? Yeah, let's go out, not with the whimper, but with the bang. Come on. Give me my nothing burger of a hand. Wait, do I actually want this though? Nah, I'm gonna fold. Fuck it. Yeah, if you wanna die on that molehill, go ahead. You two can fight. Other than that, well, there's a half sushi if I've ever seen one, but yeah. Evening out the scores a little bit. You get like a little piece of zen and quiet when someone wins a hand before the soundtrack starts banging unz 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 again. This client is silly as hell. It's a little bit goofy, but I like it. And yeah, I'm still head over heels for this gimmick that they have here. Using the IRL pros and commissioning photo shoots and doing the graphic design with their own signatures and whatnot. That's really unique. Do I want to open for this garbage? Yeah, it's very unique. No other client does it. So... I don't need despair anyway. We can keep dancing with the devil, hoping that this is Genbutsu at any point. This is tempting. I have a pretty decent Ishanten. I'll do it, man. It's a closed con and I'm Ishanten. Big pushing here. Okay, confirmation that the 8 is Genbutsu, at least. Probably also lets other people know of pros they haven't heard of before. Yeah, myself included. Even though I'm deep in the sauce, Like some of the pros that show up in this game I've never seen before. Like all of the M League pros I'm well familiar with. Past and present. But some of the WRC people that show up on these banners, yeah, can't say I was familiar with them. Wait, it says 6 and yeah, we can discard this. Doesn't matter. Well, there was an attempt. Small moment of peace and quiet as we go back to alright, what do I want out of here? Big coping for a flush right from the get-go. What? Okay. I guess we are not flushing the pins now. I need as much value as possible. I mean, if I'm gonna flush, I might as well flush in the suit of the daughter, yeah. This 5 can very much accept a 4 right about now. It's coming up Millhouse. But of course, doing a full send for a half flush like this and taking so long to build it, it's gonna be like dangling a carrot on a stick before yanking it away. Because if I cheat, that's so ass, but I'll do it. If I cheat this, I lose the daughter acceptance. But I'll be lucky if I can get this hand with 2 Yaku high anyway. Alright, well, if I must spectate, then I will. Unless it's a perfectly cromulent Gembutsu here. Anybody wanna throw a Chun my way? Fuck it, I'll die on this molehill. Never punished, actually. Come on, one more round. Let me cope for one more round. Thank you. Okay. I was gonna say, after that, I will start folding. Until then, get me back into the game, man. Now we're talking. Now we're freaking talking. No, there is no 6, 7, 8. There is the easiest Tenhou angle of all time, though. I mean, yeah, it's starting to form. No, actually. I'll keep this just in case I can accept another 4 or 6. But I gotta draw it before I cheat. I might not even have to open the hand. Let's try to keep this closed. Yep, definitely keep it closed now. I need points. I can't do the tanky on the red daughter because I already discarded a 5 earlier. I'm not gonna call this. Nope, it's gonna remain closed. But I'll do a tanky on any one of these, I guess. I have much of a choice. I wanna open this. 2 of the 3s are already dead to rights though. How many 6s? 2 of the 6s as well? Okay, if another 3M or 6M comes my way, then sure. Just trying to squeeze as much value of this Tenhou Nothing Burger before I'm forced to open. Oh, there we go. Let's fucking go. Now that means I'm not able to accept a 5, which could have been a red 5. Here the red 5 would have been worth 2 daughter. But yeah, Tenhou compatible. Closed hand, didn't have to open. This is one way to get back into the game. Ooh, a 6, yeah, close but not quite. Another big whiff there with the 6. It's okay. Alright. I guess I'll take my Tempire drop. Dealer City incoming. Not 10. Am I the only person in Tempai? Yeah, okay. They were respecting me way too much. Nope, you shouldn't have done that. I was doing a tanky with 7. That's reassuring though. I'm a little bit closer to getting second. If I get a decent hype buy... Yeah, they respected me far too much there. I bet they were disappointed at the end when they saw that I was doing tanky on the 7th, so... Okay. I actually wasn't even mad about this freaking... Hi-Fi. That's an easy ticket out of my own seat window. I mean dealer seat. You know what? Let's discard the most spicy tiles as soon as possible. That's kind of ass. But if I draw a 7... No, that's not a 7. I was gonna say this could still be Tenhou compatible with the 6, 7, 8 and 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7. Doesn't seem like they need pins. Ah, they got me. Well, they were discarding so many pins. A cheeky tanky on a terminal. I respect it. And with that... Did they kill me off with one clean slice? Nope. Still hanging in there, just barely. It's okay, I'm still kind of preying on Right Lord's downfall. See if Niani over here can fumble their way into third. Saved by the bell, as usual. But yeah, I'm not sure if I finished this point earlier, actually, I just remembered. Even this has SRs, they're called Petite Pros. They're drawings of IRL characters. Yeah, what most people want and pull for in this game are definitely the portraits. Okay, that doesn't bode well. I was kinda preying on your downfall. Now you slam the Riichi button. If someone else wants to do the same. Well, I know for shit sure that I can't discard any Manzu. Fortunately, I don't have to. But also, maybe Left Lord don't deal into them, please. I'm begging. Because if you do, then it's South 3, I'm not climbing my way out of 4th. Someone needs to dunk a Riichi stick right about now. Oh. I'm forming a half flush with Toy here, potentially. I'm not even trying to push for that. But I'll do it though. Someone slams dunk a Riichi stick right about now. Toyman preferably. And gets Right Lord, that would be perfect. Ah, well, fuck. S not even big enough to get Left Lord down to my level. No more dealer seats. Oh, but it was actually Right Lord's dealer seat? Okay. I don't hate that then. Gives me an additional chance to climb out of last. We'll hold off on it. I'll pawn the second south. Alright, fine. I'll go for the Nothing Burger then. What do I have here? Should I try to include Shanta in this? I mean, if I'm min-maxing for Han, it's about as good as it gets. I have to try to somehow slide this. I'll keep the 3 around. I'm gonna need a 2 or a 1 out of the wall. Oh no, okay, all the white dragons are gone. I mean, the best that this can possibly be, it's either 1 Han or 2 Han. I'll take the 2 Han. Be 10k points away. Should be a Hanuman's worth from Left Lord. I'm gonna be in footy 10 if this is my final weight. Hopefully I can chi the one. Before I get to Tempai, I need to chi this one. I also need to chi that. That means I'm in footy 10. Alright, footy 10 gamers. A chip and a chair. I mean, what else could I have done here to try to min-max my points? Like... I don't have double south. Preferably I wanted to win this hand. The last south came out. I skipped on the first one. I didn't pawn the first one. It was either Chanta or flush. No Sanshoku angle. I'll do it. I mean, I've got nothing to lose at this point. So. Or maybe not. Let someone else die to time in. Yeah, I'll do that. Do a big comfy fold. Exactly, Morn. I snapped back to reason in time. I don't even hate that. I just hope that it's valuable enough that right lord gets closer to me. What is that? Ah, it's just a mangan. Okay. Tell you what, I'm slamming this can as soon as I see it. I can't though, like... The only way I'm making my way out of less is if I keep this hand closed. Like, the only way that would have been useful to me is if I canned into 4 Hatsus. So this tile here would have needed to be a white dragon. Yeah, no, I don't think canning there was the way to go. It's time to do a Hail Mary shot, so... But no matter which way I look at this hand, I think I'm pretty much doomed at this point. I'll just play with tile efficiency and hope that I can get a good Uradora. That's it. I mean, the Uradora's gotta be a white dragon, basically. And I need to get Riichi and win. Do I let someone else fumble here? It's very much possible that they could get a Haneman by running someone else and I get saved out of last. I'll do that. It's the only way I can do this. It doesn't seem... Hold on. Is anyone here flirting with disaster? Let's see what the Right Lord's discard is. 2M is not Genbutsu. It's not even Sotogawa. I'll prey on one of these guys' downfall. How about that? Yep. Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last. Toyman can't get the Tsumo. there's enough turns still to go. 21 turns to go for one of these guys to get run. And that's a sumo. Just an immaculate flow. Parting the skies for Toyman alone. Striking lightning upon the table. And making me... No. Surviving on 100 points. Would you look at that? That won't count for my... what's it called? Toby stat. Alright, go again. We can try playing a bit more conservatively here. Even with the GOAT edition 10s and whatnot. I know the intrusive thoughts will win at some point. I'll be tempted to slam-a-lam the Riichi button, and that has worked enough times that I always do a Hail Mary shot, hoping to pull 18k out of thin air. And nothing wrong with this Saipai though. Kind of unfortunate that this is ISO, that this is Kanchan. Alright, I'll open the hand. And if I'm opening the hand, try to have as many pairs as possible in here that I can pawn. This Toy is also Daniel compatible. Oh, that's unfortunate. I send it back to the kitchen though. Oh, Morn. Okay. Depending on the context, I do. So I know how to... my vocabulary is a little bit shaky, as is my kanji. There are kanji that I've seen so many times that I've memorized it at this point. I know the hiragana and katakana, which is like the characters that are easier to understand. I've memorized a bunch of kanji. I recognize all the Japanese Mahjong terms and other... basically the Japanese vocabulary that is adjacent to all the hobbies that I have memorized. As for the rest, it's a little bit shaky. I'm gonna abandon some of my value here just to get this to Tenpai. As for the rest of my vocabulary and fluency in speech as well, it depends on whether I've spent time in Japan recently, which is not the case. I haven't unfortunately been to Japan in a while, but when I used to go there frequently, it was more fluent, and you come back home and it stops being as fluent. And so to answer your question, it depends. Hold on. 4 or 7 to leftward. 7. I guess it doesn't make much of a difference. They only had a 5 there in the discard pile. I'm basically more fluent the more time I spend in Japan, but by the time I get home, I lose some of that fluency. Regardless, all the Japanese all of the Japanese that is adjacent to my hobbies, that one I can rely on. Yeah. And also there's like with the being fluent, whether it's basic, intermediate or advanced in any language, there's also, to me, that's so fucking buns. Fuck it, I'll push. Whatever, just... Okay, they were not in tempai. When it comes to fluency, there's to me personally also an anthropological factor, which is I'm kind of introverted anyway, so unless the right circumstance is given for me to practice my Japanese, it doesn't stick to... I don't have that many opportunities to practice it, which leads to long-term forgetfulness. Yeah, that's one way to describe it. It's the same thing with Hangul. When I was visiting Korea on the regular, I could understand it a lot more. Ooh, okay. Fortunately, that didn't cross into the Hanuman territory. It's a hell of an Ipatsu, huh? Ipatsu Tsumo. But yeah, I also could read at some point in life. I say this as if I am like 60 years old, but it's just that throughout my 20s a lot of events happened and I moved into a lot of different places and a lot of things were happening throughout that time in life, right? At some point in life I could read all the Hangul and certain words like in a split second. By now it's been so long since I've been to Korea that those memories are gone, like, and they're probably not coming back. It's the same thing with English, honestly. Like, before I started streaming, my speech was also a bit more sluggish than it is currently. If you don't use it, you lose it, basically. That's all it boils down to. Like, there are still things, even though I'm not immersed in Japan anymore, there are still things that I can read in a split second, like Fumiyoshi here or Biru, but it's because these are the easier Japanese alphabets, so to speak. That's not the correct term, but you have the katakana, hiragana, and kanji. Yeah, I would need to fully immerse myself in it in a way that I couldn't be lazy about it. Ouch, holy shit. Okay, Luigi might get second here by doing nothing. I think being kind of introverted and maintaining a long-term level of fluency in any given language, Japanese or Korean, requires a special effort. Sure, it's not just that you're trying to... it's not just a technical effort of maintaining the fluency, but also going against your very own personality to get out there and yap a lot more than you otherwise would. Because even in my own language, I tend to be kind of a quiet person, so... if I wanted to maintain the same level of fluency in English or Japanese, I have to deliberately go out of my routine to try to slot that in and make that work in the long run. Except in cases, like I said, where it's hobby adjacent and I would do it regardless. And in that case I have to jog my brain in that specific language. Because that's what the hobby requires me to do. It's actually kind of wild how much of the Hangul I've forgotten by this point. So I do have a certificate for I went to a short-term course in there's a place in Lisbon called the Museum of the Orient, where they had a series of workshops for becoming fluent in Hangul, so to speak. And we had to pass a test at the end, and I did so with flying colors, no problems whatsoever. Back then, but yeah, I mean, last time I lived in Lisbon was more than 10 years ago, so I've been to Korea since then. I just don't have many opportunities to read it in a split second. Which is, honestly, no harm, no foul. I mean... I treat my brain kind of like a hard drive anyway. If it doesn't spark joy, if it's not useful, then we can probably delete that. And when we need to use that again, then I'll have a refresher and try to get back into it. And cross that bridge when I come to it, in other words. No, I want to keep these two pairs. Oh, sorry, I got Discord aggro there. I definitely could have pawned that. Just fix the tree as my pair. Yeah, absolutely. At the time I was working remotely, so I had a lot of time on my hands. And around that general area of the Museum of the Orient, as it's called, in Lisbon, around that area of the city there's a bunch of cultural landmarks. Like I used to watch a lot of Windwood instrument orchestras playing in a nearby concert hall. So things would kind of line up with each other. I would go a lot to that museum for workshops. I would go a lot over there to watch live orchestras playing, especially the woodwind quintets. Yeah, since the opportunity presented itself, I just did it for fun. And also, on the topic of learning Korean, actually have a little bit of a souvenir regarding that. Whoa, that came out of nowhere. Oh no. Are they the comeback kid? No, because they're not in the dealer seat. Alright. On the topic of that. So one of the probably most efficient ways for me to practice any Korean or Japanese is like adding people online. Line is pretty much Japan's WhatsApp equivalent. And in Korea they have one that's called Kakao Talk. When I had a bunch of people in my Kakao Talk account, I basically bought this plushie here, which is the mascot of Kakao Talk. It's a little bear called Ryan. Yeah. And this is a Ryan and Shunsik collab, so it is a BTS collab. I'm not particularly into BTS's music. Some of it, I've learned it. It's kind of cool. I run me for a nothing burger, hopefully. But I think this little Kakao Talk mascot is cool. Yeah. So I bought it from the Kakao Talk store. You can go to Discord servers where people from Korea or Japan will add you to their Line or Kakao Talk accounts so you can practice the language. Back then I was a little bit more into that. Nowadays I kinda just retreat into my own comfy shell. At least until the next opportunity I get to hang out in Japan. Yeah, I think Kakao Talk has had various collabs with BTS before, and this is the one they were running back then. And I figured, hey, I'm not particularly familiar with BTS's music, but I do like this big silly bear anyway, so I'm gonna get it. Let me see if I can multi-track drift and pull up my full cam real quick. Yeah, look how cute he is. You can remove the hoodie, which I'm not gonna do, because then you have to fit the little ears into the hoodie. But yeah, it's really cute. OBS, where are you? Alright. Back to the game though. Discard the Aryan Man. Actually, I didn't get that one from an official Kakao Talk store. I got it. I remember exactly where I got it actually. I just remembered it now. I was on my first stream from Seoul to Busan, and I took the KTX, which is the fast train equivalent in South Korea. And at the main Seoul station, there was... it's not a flagship Kakao Talk store, but it was a little store with a bunch of merch there. So yeah, while I was waiting for my train, I got the that big silly bear. Anyway, let's try not to fumble low, just kinda coasting to second here. Yeah, that works for the time being. Nah, it's all good, Morn. If anything, it's sight for sore eyes. It's like I've said, throughout the years, I've already bum rushed so many games, so many thousands of games in different clients. This is refreshing. It's nice having some company here, instead of just sweating it out. I probably would have already closed the client if I wasn't chatting with you. Hopefully this becomes a 5-6-7, so I don't have to think too much about the lower end of this suit. Although yeah, that would be 3 pairs in a closed hand if I were to draw a 4 from the wall and discard the 1. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Do a big old think, hamster upstairs. I'm just gonna go with the easiest discard here. That doesn't need to be a Ryankan. Yeah, hopefully I can draw 4 here. And be done with this, yeah. Okay. It's kind of ass actually, not gonna lie. The reason I say that is that even if I discard this pair, which I had to because I had too many pairs in a closed hand, I'm still gonna be left with this 9, so the hand is not Tenhou compatible. Okay, I guess we can trade the value of this Dora for the 1 Han given from Ipeko. Let's see what happens. Oh man. I wasn't even going to comment on that. I was just gonna say that I need a yoga ball to do a big stretch, which I currently don't have, but holy. Gonna need to put some effort into this game actually. Win a hand to try to get to second at least. I'm not going to force Sanshoku here by waiting too long for the 8 or 7 Sozu, even though, yeah, I had 7, 8, 9 in Manzu and Pins. True, it could be an Itsu time, but I think we can get something better out of an open Itsu. Open Itsu is only 1 Han. Well, regardless, the Itsu angle is entirely dependent on me drawing a 1 or a 3. I can't chi for the remaining meld. Yeah, sure. Itsu waiting on Nobetan. I really don't want to open this hand, but I might have to. Oh, okay. I'm going for the Nobetan angle here. I really don't want to open for this Itsu. If I could greed for the 2 Han from a close Itsu and slam the Riichi button at the same time, I'll be just about as perfect as it gets. Or give me a 1 or 4 right now, and I'll slam Riichi, waiting on the 1 for the Itsu. It's a pretty good Ishanten. Because even if I slam the Riichi on this Itsu, it's gonna be a terminal weight. And all the 1 pins are live. Well, and just as I say that, one of them is immediately dead to rights, but still alright though. No, my Itsu angle. I gotta send this back to the kitchen. Nap. Gonna cheat that? Okay. This getting kinda spicy and silly right about now. I'll keep dancing with the devil. I'll call Riichi if I get there. Oh, seriously, come on. Alright, I'll survive 1 more round by discarding the West, delaying my downfall. Do I hate that? Well, okay, if I can't win, at least Right Lord didn't win. There is something sadistically reassuring about that. Okay, well, this is pretty much a free high pie. 2 sequences back to back. 2 goated Ryanmans. Don't have a pair here, but don't have a lot of trash in the hand. One of the goated Ryanmans immediately fixed by the wall. I'll do a tanky on the 1M. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Garden Variety Mahjong. Right here. Caught in 4K. Do I slide this sequence? There's no reason for me to do so. The game wants to give me a 6 though. There could be Itsu here. I'm not gonna open this hand, no matter what happens. Can go for the Hail Mary shot here. Oh my god. Okay, I guess this sequence now is completely lopsided to the 4 side. Dora for D, but not for me. Come on. Get me to Tempai at least. No, this needs to go as soon as possible, man. Before it becomes more dangerous. Also, one of the 4s is now dead to rights, right there. No, I had such a good starting hand too. You big greed lord. Big dummy ruining my high-pie. Well, let's hope that they are greeting. No, actually... Yeah, okay. This needs to go eventually, though. And the 2 is Gimbut. Okay, at least there's that. Even though the odds are not very high, I need to draw one of these tiles out of the wall. Same Riichi. There we fucking go. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's fucking go. I know you ain't waiting for the 1M. Just give me any bamboo. I'll be fine with it. Alright. Yeah, please don't be a carrot on a stick. That's a lot of turns to get a Tsumo on as well. 29. The odds aren't stacked against me for once. Come on now. Okay, sure, I'll take it. At least it hits the person that's closest to me. Yeah, it works for now. He gets Toyman out of that glass case of emotion. That's my double south. Hold on, before I discard it. Imagine in your mind's eye a big shipment of copium as I try to draw a pair of my own double south. Yep. Easiest pawn of my life, and the dream is dead. Let's just get to Tenpai as fast as possible. Pawn the red 5 Sozu. And pawn that as well, actually. Even better. Yep, don't pawn, don't do it. Okay, nice. Yeah, at least you have emotes here as well. I'm not sure if it's because I haven't gotten the full bond with my own character. Well, I wonder if the Oh, I just pulled that out of the wall. Okay, thanks for the kind donation. Please check your PayPal later and whatnot. I wonder if the pros have their own emotes that you can throw out. I don't think so. Damn, there would be a lot of workload every time they add a new Mahjong Pro to the game. They gotta do the photo shoots for the banners and also for the emotes. Maybe. Yeah, just do a skilled sumo ipatsu. You're good to go. Oh, yeah, you're right, Morn. They probably could do that, yeah. Kinda like, yeah, having the portraits be real pictures, and the there's an odd chance that I can flush here, so I'll start by discarding the Manzu. And the emotes being like the petite pros. Yeah, they could do something like that. Great idea, actually. That would make the most sense in terms of taking the budget into account and everything. He's starting to believe. And I can't bellyache too much about an open Itsu being only worth 1 Han here. Because I'm in the dealer seat. So I'll send it. Even if I can't get the... Fuck, that's not an Itsu angle, man. It's a double-sided weight. I'll go for it. The odds and the value from the Dora. I need them right about now. Just deal into me. You know you want to do it, Threat Lord. Mayhaps to grab a 3 and 3 pins or 6 pins right about now. 7 out of 8 chance. manifest it. Right lord playing a fool, probably dealing into left lord. No, that was not a kind donation to left lord, oddly enough. I mean, looking at the discard piles, this is not too bad either. It looks like left lord needs a lot of bamboos, which I have a lot of in my hand. Nope. What was that? Oh, it was a champagne with Yakuza in there. Okay. Well, there was an attempt. Orasu here means I need at least 4 Han or 3 if I get a direct hit. One daughter in hand. Yeah, I think I'll keep this closed. Don't even need Ipeko here, just kinda wanna get to Tenpai. If it needs to be with the 6, I'll do it with the 6. If I draw a triplet here, I'll call a closed can on the 8. Which one of these is more likely? Okay, the 3 is dead to rights. If I have to do Ipeko with 2 triplets waiting on a tanky, might as well be as terminal adjacent as possible, which in this case would be the 8, even though one of the 8s is already dead to rights. I think I'd rather wait on the 8 than the 3. The 1 could probably be a better tanky weight than the 8, actually. I just threw the terminal out on instinct. Hell weight on this tanky, if I have to, maybe. This Ipeko ain't going nowhere, so I can't open a hand. No, cause... yeah, I mean... it's Tenhou looking, but if I open it for Tenhou, I'll lose the Ipeko, cause Ipeko needs to be closed. I won't have enough points to overtake Kamicha over there. So I can't can this if it comes out. Okay, I don't hate that. If a 7 comes out now, that would be about as perfect as it gets. Or another 6. Come on, work with me here, game. Alright, go again. Yeah, can I have a crumb of tempai at least? If you don't want to give me the win, that's fine. Just give me a crumb of tempai. That's all I'm asking for. All the 7 pins are live as well. That works. It's a Sunman Shan with downright horrendous odds, but it works. And I get to keep my Peko. How about that? With this I can overtake for a second. Come on now. All of my weights are Tenhou compatible again, so that's one extra Han. Ipeko, Tenhou, Riichi, yeah, that's enough for second. Whether I run or Tsumo, I'm gonna get... I would, I mean... get first. If someone were to feed me right about now, fumble, drop the ball... Nah, left turret's gonna play it safe. Well, there was an attempt. GG. Dang it, there goes my first place winning streak. I guess I'll claim my currency here. From playing a whole bunch. No. Not yet. This, yeah. Should I pull on the banner? I mean, let's see. I want something cute. Not, no loot bait. Although if that's your, like, if that's what floats your boat, then nothing wrong with that. I just want a cute avatar to play with. Me play. Oh, I'm nowhere near close in Jades to pull for this, so... yeah. That ain't happening. Do I have any free pulls? Free pulls are these tickets basically here. Let me see though. No. Not that button. Can I not get a preview of these characters? Yeah, kind of a classy dress like this would be about as... Oh my god, that looks fantastic. As soon as I saw the graphic design pop off... Jesus. That looks so cute though, and classy. No, more than cute, it's like the elegant style that I usually tend to go for. It's a nice photo shoot. You see what they do with the graphic design and the their real signatures. I like the charm of this game. This game has some nice charm. That's so cute. Unfortunately, having already pulled in this game, I know they were gonna fleece me until I finally get the character. So maybe we can stave off the desire to pull. while longer. Like the M-League team jerseys and whatnot, they're kind of like esports coded. I don't mind playing with these. If I could have one of those more elegant outfits, I'd probably make the switch. At some point you gotta dial it back a notch though. Otherwise, every single client is an opportunity to open your wallet. Oh, looks like we have a humble Pinfu farmer here. That's what that means. Pinfu. And Sari over there. As for my own hype, yeah, it's basically free. I'm gonna discard this Sarian, man, unless someone else gets there first, I guess. Give me a chance to ball. I'll chase. Words spoken by the utterly deranged before they deal in. Wait, what happened? Oh, there was an Omega Sun by Man Blast to the face of Red Lord. Okay. Good timing. Because my cat is begging for attention. That does give me some time to scoop her up. Hold on. You're entangled with my headphone cable. Alright. Actually this cable that I have here is just thick enough that she doesn't like to munch on it, but anything that's just a tiny thinner than that, she'll be tempted to munch. Not gonna lie. I just didn't want her to her like little legs to be entangled on the headphone cable. Otherwise, nah, she's a pretty good girl as far as like not destroying the furniture, not destroying the cables and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, no, they know exactly how to cause the most effective destruction possible. They're not going to go for the thick cables, they'll go for the ones that they can easily demolish. I can't complain, she's always been a good girl. I remember her like throughout 8 months of having her, and I've had her since she was a kitten. She's never been one to destroy furniture around the house and whatnot. Very well behaved cat. And like I let her do pretty much everything she wants, including walking on every surface in the house. The only thing that I don't let her do, because it's really unhygienic and it's not really my kind of thing, is like let her like lick my mouth. She can lick my chin if she's needy, and if she's kneading on my lap and wants to get close to me, I'll let her lick my chin but not my mouth. Everything else is pretty much anything goes. She can walk on the counters, she can walk on every table, let her pretty much do whatever she wants. It's more reassuring to me that because she's a permanent house cat, I don't let her outside. she gets as much exercise as she needs, using whatever she has at home. And she's looking super pretty because I gave her a good grooming a couple of days ago. Sorry, buddy, to interrupt your Riichi rudely with my Riichi Nomi. Oh, you wanna jump? Be free, my child. Oh, okay. Wait, use your noggin. This is goated. Don't destroy that. Just get rid of the 7 here, yeah. You don't need 2 pairs there. Man. Okay, this works. But it's not that this works, this is literally a perfect Ishan 10. Let's see, let's hope I can win off the 4 though. Yeah, please give me the 4 so I can fit Tenhou into this. Okay. I guess if I can't have the 4 for Tenhou, I'll have the 1 for Ipatsu. Hell yeah. Oh, do the pros that play this game use their own portrait? Yes, they do. They do indeed. You always know if you're playing a table with one of the pros. I mean, Yeah, but that's not a huge drawback, I suppose. If I had my own portrait in the game, I probably would use it as well. No, stop giving me this Rian, man. I don't need it. Fine. Okay, we can pivot to that. This is pretty much one of the collabs that you see outside of the IRL pros, which is Hololive. This is Kanata. Also very popular. Banner that appeared recently. I believe it was this year. Nice. Okay. Classic Atozuke with the Akohai, yeah. Right. Back in first. Okay, sure. Discard the 2. Cope a couple of turns that I can either get south or east. What else can I cope with? Okay, I don't need the 4 anymore. So that one can go. Oh my god. Alright, I'll start just... Yeah, okay. Since it's fixing every single melt for me, without me even trying. I'll stop greeting for daughters then. Okay. And not that that means much. There is no Sanshoku shape here in Amanzu. So there wasn't much of a point in sliding that sequence. It's early enough in the game that I'm grading for the red daughter. Alright. The red daughter is immediately dead to rights. It's okay though. Yeah, not only crushed my Ipatsu instantly, also destroyed my red daughter cope. That's fine. It's not actually, there was a main reason why I slam-lammed the Riichi buttons, especially being in the first row and everything. But stranger things have happened, I guess. Alright, don't need anyone to feed me a tile that's smack dab in the middle of the suit. If I just pull it out of the wall, You know what's one of the advantages about this game being a little bit clunky as it is when you're playing a table, is that when you call Riichi, your Tsumogiri discard is so instant that if there's any delay whatsoever after that, you know that you're gonna deal in or someone else is going to chi your pawn. There's not enough time for you to poop your pantalones, so to speak. You know immediately what's gonna happen, if that was your downfall or not. See how instant that was? No client delay whatsoever, and that Tsumogiri discard is like happens in a split second. So you don't have to suffer in anticipation. They're emoting, I'll emote as well. Oh, that's not quite the 5 I need. Keep chasing your Tenpais at draw, come on. Oh, oh my god. A whiff every single time. I think you reached it in first row and yet here we are, yep. That's the classic right there. Shimu wasn't even in Tenpai, okay. I guess they're in last though. I had to do a Hail Mary shot there. Little bit unusual though. I had enough time to get a Tanyao Tenpai at least. Or maybe they were going for it up until a certain point where they had to discard the danger style and were like, nah, actually, I'm gonna move away from this Tenpai and just do a comfy fold. I wanna pawn that? No. Oh, here we go. I can't. I have so many shitty proto melds though. It's Kanchans and Penchans all the way down. Okay, fine, say less. This will be my pair. Hopefully I can pawn this. You wanna take this? Really? You of all people? Alright, fine. God damn it. We should all be so lucky, huh? I was expecting someone to pawn that, not this guy in particular. Not with a Tanyao compatible, like, open meld. It's okay though. Still East 4 actually. Middle Ipeko, wait. Oh my god. Say psych, please. Say wallahi before you discard 2 daughters back to back. Fuck it. All back, all gas, no brakes. Ipeko play and nothing else. Riichi Ipeko. That's about it. Come on, keep it moving though. There's like 3 Hombas at this point. Thanks to Right Lord. Also, like the other day, I was really wrecking my brain as to what my sub emotes could possibly be, or the follower emote as well. I just can't. Oh, okay. I got a donation of Ipeko. Don't worry, Kamicha. It's just a Riichi Ipeko nothing burger. I just like all of my 7TV emotes are pretty good, not gonna lie. I'm proud with my own curation on that end. Dear royalty-free Chihime emotes though, like I wanted to have something like to commission something more interesting than this. Maybe since Kavi is my favorite Mahjong Soul character, I could go for Kavi. I don't know. I'm pretty content with my sub badges at least. Because that's a green dragon slowly hatching. It starts in an egg and goes all the way from a dragon egg to an elderly dragon. The emotes though, yeah. I guess that would make the most sense more. But people tend to prefer like anime emotes, kinda. I'm undecided. I'll keep the Cool Cat and Famichiki emotes for the tier 2 and tier 3 subs, because I think that's just random and out of left field. But beyond that, yeah, all the basic Chihimes need to go eventually. And I would prefer it to be an anime character than a green dragon. Oh, it's so beautiful though. You don't need Manzu, do you? Nope. Clearly you don't. One, two, three, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's the hand I have here. Or not, just never mind. Nope. Just another carrot on a stick. The usual. No matter though, we go again. Also said, someone said to me the other day, like, something that actually could be a good stream idea if I wanted to go for long hours, instead of playing the same client for like a really long time, I could do a variety Mahjong stream where I give every single client that I know a shot and jump from client to client until I get tired. Like 12 hours of doing that back to back might be a decent idea. Whether people want to watch that or not, it's a little bit irrelevant. I think that would be fun for me to do. It's really only a matter if the novelty is entertaining enough for me to play Mahjong for, let's say, 10 hours straight, something like that. If I do some meal prep, that is very much doable. Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go for that then. Sanshoku in the Dorameld. Yeah, more, I don't know, like, the longest stream I've ever done was like just... I kind of would like to have that experience someday, just to give it a shot. The longest stream I've ever done has been 5 hours or something like that. I'd like to do a Mahjong marathon of sorts. But I know my... First of all, my voice would be pretty shot by the end of it. Which is fine, you know, I mean, you can recover from that. Wait, I'm going for the 1, 2, 3, so I can throw away one of my ones. Beyond that, it's probably going to be my pair. I know I could definitely do it because I've done long Mahjong sessions just off stream. It's just at some point I might not be able to yap up a storm. I'll just be kind of limping along. But it'd be alright to give that, something like that, a shot. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Can't argue with that. Alright, I'm out of here. I can get out of here in second, and I probably will. Oh, you're tempting me with a good time. Game, stop doing that. Is this how I die? No, someone's hamster upstairs is doing a big old cheating. How many of the 1 pins are still live yet anyway? They're all dead, right? I can't even get this Sanshoku. Can I get a Tempaya draw then? Nope. You better not be the dealer. I'm gonna reach over the screen and... Okay. We go into South 3. Ah, what a sight for sore eyes. Easiest high pie of my life in a dealer seat. I forget if I said this already or not, but I'm pretty sure that the longest Hanshan I've ever had was in this game. 1 hour and 40 minutes. Damn it. Okay, if I pawn this... No, I'm not gonna do that. I can still wait to turn the Kanchan into a Ryanman as well. Oh, about 1 hour and 40 minutes. Yeah. I mean, makes no difference really if I slide this sequence. I'd be in a champagne if I discard the daughter. Here's the thing though, I don't want to discard the daughter. Okay. We push, because the tile that I need is like half Suji to their Riichi call. Not just... Okay. Big chilling though. Nothing wrong with that. Sumo with the single Dora-chan. We can work with that. Mangan, huh? To overtake Toyman. Okay. Either give me the Peko with the 8 or a red 5 for the same amount of Han. Yeah, just send it on a quick Mangan. Get a Sumo. Get the dub. Get out of here. Easy dubs. I should keep my big fat dumb mouth shut. It also kills the red Dora cope that I was having here. Oh, fuck it. Just push it. They had to pay for the Riichi stick. If left lord wins, actually, that would be pretty good. Yeah, go for it. If you have enough value, at least. I can't do it. I'll take second. Indeed, more needed. Ooh, that's an entire assortment of Dora-chans right there. Alright, plus 12, let's go. More gacha currency that I have no idea what it does. Anyone queuing ranked? Hold on. I guess I'll end the stream here. I just want to go through every one of these banners and claim some currency, just in case I have free pools. I see that I could be acquiring a couple of new soundtracks at least. Oh, yeah, I'll definitely be checking for free pools after claiming all the currencies. Absolutely not, Morn. It's one of the most predatory Mahjong gachas out there. So much so that you can definitely run out of enough coins to play ranked. Easily. Way more easily than in any other game, yeah. Oh, this is a tutorial, okay. We're not doing that. I'm just checking. So if I have any free pool currencies, there would be these tickets right here. I would have a 1 at least. Not enough jades, because that would be 250 for a 10 pool. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, wait. Give me a second. Yeah. Alright, let's do 3 pulls here. Cool. One normal and 2 rares. Par for the course. Yeah, I have to imagine that with all of these pros on the payroll, their monetization needs to be a bit more aggressive than other clients where you're just drawing fictional characters. Don't have any tickets here though. Wait, do I have one here? I do actually. Hold on. Yeah, pull here. Nope, that's another normal, isn't it? It is indeed. I have one here as well. Right. Jesus, this guy looks like he plays Mahjong throughout the day and moonlights as a professional wrestler or something. I think there's also, like, beyond the Mahjong pros, there's a couple of YouTube personalities in this game, in addition to the pros. Anything here? Nope. Also not there. And not here either. And also not there. It is Hato. Alright. I think that's the permanent background, I mean BGM banner. And bonding materials, gotcha. Let's pull for music, I guess. I got 8-bit music? Okay, sure. And none from Mahjong Fight Girl. This is one of the most popular, like, anime clients in Japan, but it's really, really inaccessible for overseas. I'm not even sure if the by using an APK that I can access it. And beyond that, like, the entire game is just like it's like a Mahjong version of Muse Dash, like sensory overload, explosions happening everywhere, like it's undescribable. If you're curious about it, you should look up Mahjong Fight Girl. But yeah, I think I'll end the stream here. That's about as much Mahjong Fight Club as I'm willing to play right now. Thanks as usual for those who join, and especially you, Morn, for keeping me company throughout the entire stream. And yeah, I'll be back later with Mahjong Soul, probably. Now that I've gone for a curveball here with the client, a more niche client, the next one will be Mahjong Soul, yeah. But yeah, with that being said, goodbye for the time being. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.